Welcome to another episode of Food Clinic, your #1 delicacy hub, where I get to show you how to make yummy meals for yourself, your family members, and your loved ones. I'm your host on today's episode, and my name is B. Today, I'll be showing you how to make ogbono soup. When I come back from this short break, I'll be introducing our ingredients right to you guys. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. Ogbono soup is a household name in the southeastern part of Nigeria, which is where the Igbos come from. Ogbono soup is prepared from grounded ogbono seed, which is grown in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Trust me, I've heard so many times a lot of arguments of which tribe that has the most soup or the most delicious soup. Trust me, the Igbos, they have it all. Like, they take that award home. Like, there's no need for argument. Talk about egusi, talk about ogbono, talk about ofe owerri, talk about, there's so many amazing, delicious, nice soup. We have talked about ofe nsala. How can I leave that out? And of course, ogbono soup can be cooked with or without vegetables. Some people choose to add vegetables to theirs, some choose not to add vegetables to it, and the vegetables can add pumpkin leaf, which is known as ugu. We have the bitter leaf, and today I'll be using the uziza leaf. Trust me, there's something uziza leaf does to soup. It brings out this very minty flavor to it. I don't know how to explain it. It's best experienced than told. Okay, lest I forget, ogbono soup has lots of suitors. You can pair ogbono soup with pounded yam, semovita, wheat, oat swallow, plantain swallow, gari, fufu, whatever works best for you, whatever partner you want to give to ogbono soup, it works out well with ogbono soup. And ogbono soup is very nice for kids too. Ogbono soup is very ideal if you're trying to introduce your kids to semi-solid food, because it has a very smooth texture that just goes down their throat without having any strange feeling or substance or them having any reaction to it. So right now, let me introduce you guys to the ingredients we're going to use to make ogbono soup. Over here, I have my chopped onion, I have my cow skin hide, which is known as pomo, I have my dry fish, and I have my stock fish, I have my crayfish, my ground ogbono seeds, which is right here, I have my palm oil, uziza leaf, that's what I'm going to be using to make my own ogbono soup, and over here I have my chopped pepper, and right here my beef. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using to make this ogbono soup. So before we start, let me quickly wash my hands and we get right into the meal of the day. Okay, having done that, so let's start cooking. I've already washed my meat, so I'm just going to start by cooking it. It's been washed, thoroughly washed, but just for extra measures, I'm going to give it a quick rinse, but it's been thoroughly washed. And please ensure that when you buy your meat from the market, please use salt, and if you have white vinegar, use it to wash your meat so that you don't end up cooking something that is going to start spreading bacteria or any funny illness to your family. Because you know, when these meats are being shared at the market, they are just left in the open. They are left in the open, flies perch on them, different things. So when you bring it home, please ensure that you thoroughly wash it. Okay, so let me quickly season our meat. So I'll be using our Knorr seasoning cubes to season our meat. Yeah, so add the seasoning cube you think is enough. So I think this would do. Then I go in with a bit of salt. I go in with my salt. I'm also going to add bits of pepper. So then I add the water I will use my meat. I want my meat to use to cook. So that's about that. I'm going to cover it up. That's
yummy.
There's something funny about ogbono soup for me. I don't like to eat it in public because of the way, the viscosity, the way it draws. Same thing with okra soup. You know, that's just the way it is very embarrassing. You do your hand like someone that is begging, and sometimes then you always get to like stain your clothes, you mess up your looks. For me, ogbono soup is best enjoyed. For me personally, it's best enjoyed when I'm in my home, the comfort of my home, no one is there. I just get to eat it the way I want. So I don't know about you guys, but that's the way I feel about ogbono soup. Moving on, guys. So if you're trying to introduce a very nice semi-solid food to your children, ogbono soup is very ideal for you, and you can use boneless fishes for your kids that after 6 months from exclusive breastfeeding. You can use boneless fish and put it with ogbono soup. Trust me, is a meal that no baby can say no to, and that saves you a lot of money on Cerelacs, on foreign milks. You can see the prices of those things right now in the supermarket. It's something that I don't know where we're headed, but it's very, very expensive. So introducing your baby's early semi-solid food, it saves you a whole lot of money, and ogbono soup is just that ideal soup for you. Dear mothers, I know that sometimes it can be very tedious trying to hold down the home, trying to cater for the home, and also some of us are also involved in career-based lives. But I'm going to just tell you and put it out here, even if you're very busy with work, also try to make out time to monitor what your kids eat, monitor the things that go on in your home. I get to see a lot of cases whereby kids are being molested by their house helps and the rest of it. It seems to be a trend on the rise. Please let CCTV cameras be your best friends this period. With your CCTV cameras, you can always put them in as strategic points in your home, and you get to watch it from anywhere you are in the world on your phone. That way you get to protect your children from being abused by their nannies or whoever you've left them in the care of, and also try to form a mother-child relationship so that your children are free to tell you things, they are free to let you know when something is bugging them. You just build an open channel whereby they can come up to you and tell you things, or if you notice change in your children's behavior, that's something for you to look out for. Better still, that's why so many men these days, they prefer to have women just stay at home while I go out there to work and bring back the money, but I'm very sure that my kids are safe with their mom. But now, with the way things are in this country, that is no longer obtainable. It's no longer obtainable because a household now can't depend. It depends on how much the person brings in per month, but a household can't fully depend on one man's income. What am I trying to say? Things keep getting expensive and more expensive by the day. Dollar is on the rise. Life, the quality of life and the expenses keep increasing. So it's very, very difficult right now. School fees, one person, groceries, one person, home expenses, one person. All you do is just sit at home. It's very hard. It's very, very hard to see such lifestyles again, unless maybe you're extremely rich, you have some oil wells somewhere that we don't know about. But honestly, if not because of that, so many men prefer that their wives stay home with their children. If you can afford, please get good cameras in your home and ensure that you talk to your kids from time to time. All right, guys, our meat has come to a boil. I let our meat cook a bit first so it gets a bit softer before I go into our dry fish and our stock fish, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to add them so that they get to cook together. Yes. And I'm also going to add some onions to flavor our meat stock. Lest I forget, I'll also be adding our cow skin hide so that they all get to cook. And I'll be giving this a good stir. So while it's cooking, so while everything is simmering up together, when you're making your ogbono soup, there are different ways people make ogbono soup. Some people I remember growing up, I was showing my friend the way I make my ogbono soup. I like to stir fry my ogbono first, then I start to add my meat stock, then the meat, and then the rest of the ingredients. But my friend, the day I went to her house to visit her, I saw the way she was making her own ogbono soup. She left it on fire like her meat stock. When it got the water she put was not so much, so when it got to the desired quantity of water she wanted, that was when she now added her ogbono, then oil. That was a very different thing. But I didn't say, oh my god, you can't cook. No, I watched her process, and when it finished, it came out nice. So trust me, there are different ways people tend to cook their food. It might not be what you're used to, but you can't go out there and start saying, no, that's not it, it has to be this way. No, what works for you doesn't work for somebody else. And who taught you, not the person that taught someone else, and spread across different ethnic food groups. People learn things differently, different cultures, different tribes. So you can't say my way is the right way. As long as at the end point, what we have is ogbono soup, then there's no need for the argument, there's no need for the debate. If it's sweet for you, sweet for your family members, that's okay. So today I'll be stir frying my own ogbono. That's the way I learned how to make it, and trust me, it's one amazing way. I love it that way because it does this flavor the stir frying at the beginning does for me. So I'm going to let our meat and our other different protein in there cook and give us our meat stock. Then we'll bring it down. We go over to putting our palm oil on fire, then the onion, then our ogbono. Just give it a quick stir, let it melt in the oil. Then we go in our meat stock, and after that we let it cook. Then we start spicing up. If we add our meat stock and we taste it and there's still, maybe we need to augment the taste, maybe by adding salt or seasoning cube, we'll do that. Then let it boil for a while. Then we go in with other different ingredients we have on here, like our uziza leaf and pepper. If we still need to add more chili to it, we'll be doing that. But first of all, please don't forget, your meat stock determines the taste of your soup. So if you're going to, from your meat stock, that's the base. So anyhow you want your soup to come out, that's the way you spice up your meat stock. So make sure that the taste is very okay, because if you add your meat stock, it leaves little to no chance for you to augment the soup. Because if you miss the base, for you to correct it after you put in your meat stock, some people might not really, if you're not someone who is actually who is always in the kitchen, it might be a tricky situation for you. So I always advise your meat stock, when you're preparing your meat, that's when you should spice your food according to how you use it. And of course, for me, one of my secrets I use, because when you're making soup, it's different from when you're making stews and sauces. Like, the ingredients we use is limited. Like, for example, you're not seeing any rosemary flakes here, you're not seeing thyme flakes, you're not seeing curry, you're not seeing thyme, you're not seeing any of those orishi spices we all know. So for soups, basically, it's more of salt, maggi, pepper, crayfish, and that's basically it. Because you can't now start adding curry to your ogbono soup. No, it won't work out that way. So that's why soups are very, very tricky, but it's not really complicated. If you know how to work your way around it, then trust me, all your meals will come out so nice. That's why I'm telling you that the base that's your meat stock, is where the magic trick comes right in.
That's yummy.
So our pot has been preheated. So I'll be going in with our palm oil. Remember that I put our stove on low heat. Please learn to cook on low heat. Nobody is chasing you. You're not chasing anybody. Learn to cook with low heat. So I've turned in our palm oil. I'm going to let it get hot. And how do I check if my palm oil is hot? I'll be throwing in some onion. When I hear the sound, then I know that, okay, it's hot enough to the temperature I want to use it to cook. So I'm going to let it just get hot. It's not yet hot. So that's the way I test my oil to know if it's hot enough for what I want to use it to do. Okay, so our oil is ready. So I'll go in with some onion. So I'm going to let the onion release this flavor into the palm oil. Let me just give it a quick stir. So once it's a bit light, the onion looks a bit transparent, then I'm also going to go in with our ground ogbono seed. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to throw it in there, but I want our oil to be properly hot first. So just give it a quick stir. Keep turning so it doesn't burn. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning and turning and turning and turning so that it doesn't get burnt. So I'm going to go in with our ogbono now and still give it a good stir. So I'm going to let our ogbono melt properly. So as it's melting, I'll keep turning. And don't forget to go in with your ground crayfish at this point. So just give it a quick stir. Some people, when they are grinding their ogbono, they also grind it with crayfish. But either way, as long as you still put it in there, that's all that counts. So just keep turning it so that it melts. Please don't let it burn, please. That's the one thing about this part. You just have to keep stirring. Don't let it burn. So give it a quick stir. You can perceive the ogbono already at this point. So keep giving it a quick stir. Please don't Don't leave it, don't do some, this is very like important point, so don't leave it to go anywhere. Just make sure that you get all your ogbono melted, properly melted, evenly melted. Stir and stir and stir. Then remember, you kept your meat stock aside, so go in, start by adding little water. Start by adding little water. Stir. Start by adding little water, give it a quick stir. So you can see your ogbono is already coming together, it's already becoming thick. So ogbono is a thickener. So add your meat stock. You can see it's coming together now. It's already thick. We're getting the consistency we want. So just let it come to a boil. Wow, it's already thick already, guys. Sure you can see it. So any method you use, the end game is let it be what? Viscous. Let it be slimy. Let it be drawing. That's the end game of ogbono soup. There's no long story to it. So at this point, I'll be going into the last batch of meat stock and the meat as well. Then I'm also going to add a bit of water because it's too thick. There's a consistency I want. So let me just go in with a bit of water. Yes, this is okay. So with ogbono, you just have to be consistent. So this is it, guys. I'm going to let it cook. But before then, let me taste it to know if I've added my meat stock and extra water. I'll be testing to know if I'm okay with the taste. I think I am. This is perfect. But I want to add a bit of more chili. But I'm okay with the taste. Everything is in there. That's why I told you, if you should get your meat stock right, if you get your meat stock right, there's no need for you trying to do anything again. Once you get the base, that's your meat stock, get the taste, everything, the proportion right, there's no need for too much drama after your soup is ready. Because you can see now I've tasted my meal and it's okay. I don't think I have to add just chili to it. So it doesn't take time. After adding your meat stock, you test it. Make sure that you have the taste you want, and that's it. You let it cook. This is perfect. Exactly what I was aiming for. If you can see this at this point, this is the ones that babies love, but without this excess pepper though, because me, I just love my soup to be very, very spicy. In fact, I love my food spicy. I'm not Yoruba, but it's just my thing. So this is the one that babies actually love, you know, the ones without leaf. You know, anything that has a funny texture, babies, they find it because they're still adapting to semi-solid food. So they find it very weird when it tastes weird texture. So you have to gradually introduce them to textures of different types of food. So having done this at this point, then I'll be adding just a little bit of a crayfish, just because I'm an Igbo girl and crayfish is our thing. So I'll be adding a bit of crayfish. Then lastly, I'll be going in with our leaf. I'm going in with our leaf at this point. That's what I'm doing. So just give it a quick stir, then go in with our leaf. This is our uziza leaf. I don't think I'll be using the whole lot of it because I'm not a fan of plenty veggies in my ogbono soup. So just something light, at least you get to know that, okay, there's leaf in this soup. So nothing too outrageous, nothing too serious. So that's that for this. Just a little bit more. So for me, I think this is very okay. This is fine by me. Unless I forget, guys, now you should be putting your whatever swallow you want to accompany your soup with. This is the best time to start making it. In fact, if you're very hungry like I am, you should be talking about putting your water on fire for your semo, for anything you want to make. That's what you should be talking about at this point. So let me just quickly put in water here. I'll be using gari for this. I want to use gari for this, my ogbono soup. So you can use whatever swallow. I told you that, see, ogbono has so many husbands, so many partners you can pair it with. So just do what works best for you. For me today is gari. I'm in the mood for gari. That's what I feel like eating. So you can see, the more it keeps being on fire, the more it keeps getting heated up. It keeps melting. It keeps melting. So that's just the way ogbono soup works. So I think this water is okay. This is okay. So I'll be going in to light up this. So put my water for gari and let it start to boil. So in fact, I even started late. With the way I'm very hungry, I would have started early to put that water on fire, because once the soup is done, guys, I'm so famished. Having said that, hold that thought. I want you guys to also notice something. Did you see that I didn't go in again to add palm oil again? So when you're making ogbono soup, these are the things to look out for. The base, your meat stock, the spicing of the meat stock. You don't have a lot of range of ingredients for your soup. Like I stated earlier, there's no thyme, there's no curry, there's no rosemary. You just have salt and pepper, salt and maggi, sorry. And for me, I use quinoa, because quinoa gives my soup a very beautiful, amazing taste. Like, I've tried other seasoning cubes, trust me, I had to run back to my quinoa seasoning cubes. There's just something, there's a flavor it brings totally to my meals. So I use just salt and quinoa cubes. I also use my pepper and my crayfish. So these are the very core ingredients I use in making this food, aside from my chopped onions and my chopped chopped pepper, my tarado. So those are the only things I know I use to make the soup, and trust me, it's giving everything it's supposed to give. Another thing again I want you to notice is the palm oil. The way you want your soup to turn out, the color, because me, I love when I'm using red oil, I want it to shine. There's this thing it does, eye they first chop, like my pidgin people will say, eye they first chop before mouth. So when you look at it, it's enticing, it's appealing to the eyes. So at that point where you want to go in with to start stir frying your ogbono, put the amount of oil, the quantity of oil you know that is ideal for you to cook your soup. So with that, guys, we're done with our soup. I can't wait. I wish you guys are tasting this food with me. I just can't wait to dive right in. I just can't wait. I can't wait. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're turning this off right now. We're done. So please don't cover totally. So guys, our water is on fire and we're getting ready to make our best swallow, our favorite swallow to accompany with this delicious meal. Of course, you can do what works best for you, but today I'm doing gari like I stated earlier. So when I come back from this short break, I'll be giving you guys my honest review. Forget I'm the one that made it. If it's not sweet, I go talk. I go tell you and I say no sweet. I'll be telling you if it's not sweet or not. But if it is, of course, trust me to give you my honest review. And we're going to be rating this soup out of a 10. If you want to join me, welcome back, guys, and now to the moment of truth that we've all been waiting for. I'm going to be testing our ogbono soup paired with this yummy gari, and I'll be letting you know what I think. Forget that I cooked it, but I'll be giving you guys my honest review. And today I don't want to do lots of the whole European, British, American kind of thing. We're doing it the local way, so permit me to just wash my hands, and I'll be joining you guys shortly. Now we're talking, guys. Okay, so I'll be testing this food right now and I'll be letting you know what I think about this meal. Are you guys ready? Okay, let's go right in. Oh, this is so nice. You see the way I'm doing my hand like this? This is one of the reasons I don't like ogbono soup for any reason. Okay, I'm coming. I'm almost done. See, this is why I cannot eat ogbono soup in public. There's never a posh way to eat ogbono soup, never. I'm yet to see, never. You guys are waiting for the review. Oh, okay. I'm coming. Just give me a minute. I'm waiting for the review. Wow. This review. Guys, see, I've forgotten about you all. I'm already eating my meal. This food is yummy. I'm giving it a solid 10 out of 10. Yes, it's really worth it. It's really so nice. It's yummy. Very, very delicious, guys. If you've not tried the stir fry method, try it and let me know what you think. Just let me know your honest review. Don't come and say it didn't work for me. Follow all the steps from the beginning to the end and let me know what you think. With that, my people, we've come to the end of today's episode of our food clinic. Please don't forget to go like, share, and comment, and please follow us on all of our social media handles displaying right about now on the screen. I remain your humble and favorite host, B. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye.